Hello guys, we are excited to have you here. The team in SDET Byte Hackers working hard on this channel and we are eager to hear what you think. We will come up with more hacks in Jmeter and new performance tool in upcoming future. So be sure to subscribe so you don't miss out any hacks video once it got released. Before I start, I would like to thank you for each and every subscriber of SDT Byte Hackers and their love and support. Without your support, it's nearly impossible for me to continue producing content on a regular basis. I really love each and everyone comment and love to prepare a new content if it is hard to explain you our comment. Today we are going to speak about a most common challenge faced by a performance tester, that is how to analyze the performance results. There are various ways you can analyze the results. Today we are going to speak about the most commonly used HTML report. The question arises now is how to generate this HTML report after your execution. What are the ways to generate it, right? How to read this HTML report and how to identify the performance issues by reading this HTML report. Let's go and deep dive into it. Let's discuss what is the advantage of using this HTML dashboard report, right? In the market, there are a lot of tools and customized tools available right now to analyze the performance results. Okay, but those customized tools are generated by help of this basic HTML report. Everyone is using this HTML report is a base. Okay, so I will strongly recommend you not to divert with other customization report. Be focused on this basic HTML report. You will get 100% of all the results graphs present in the basic HTML report, and this report is 100% suffice to analyze the performance issue. Let's understand what are the advantages of using this report. This report provides a better view of graphs and results. We will show you the real-time graphs, how it looks like. Okay, and the graph properties like x-axis and y-axis you can able to change, and you can able to manipulate the data, and you can customize the data to see how your graph looks like based on the time during your execution. Filters can be applied to the graph. Variety of graphs is available. Okay, the zoom in feature helps to analyze the graph more closely. The main advantage is that you can share this HTML report with your client by zipping the report folder. Let's go and see a simple report and analyze how it looks like and how it is helpful before proceeding for generating this HTML report. Okay, let's move further. Hi guys, this is the Apache Jmeter dashboard HTML report. Okay, this is the basic HTML report which I talked about in my last lecture, right? So if you're able to see, these reports contain all the form of dashboard, all the form of charts, overtime, throughput. Inside overtime you can able to see response time, overtime, response time, percentile overtime, active threads, byte, throughput overtime, latency overtime, connection time, right? And response time graph, everything, every kind of graph you can able to see here. Okay, let's go to the dashboard first to understand the report better. So this is the test report summary. Okay, this is the JTL file, source file, where you have used this JTL file to generate this HTML report. What is the start of your execution, what is your end time of your execution, and this is updates is nothing but application performance index. So where you can able to see what is the toleration threshold, what is the frustration threshold. Okay, for your transaction, right now I have two transactions, that is post auth token and order management. Okay, towards to right we can able to see the request summary. It will show us like the percentage of failure and the percentage of pass of your request. Moving down you can able to see the complete statistic of your executions, like you can able to find the error percentage, you can able to see the average, mean, max, median, and basic and very good
about this report is you can able to find 99th percentile, 95th percentile, 99 percentile. Most of the companies depending on the response time based on the percentile value. So most of the company they look for the 99th percentile value how your request process. So there is a quick questions like in your mind, like what do you mean by 99th percentile, what do you mean by 95th percentile, 90th percentile. So let's take example of 100 request. If you are hitting 100 request, 99th percentile of request will go through in these values. Okay, if this 99 percentile is suffice your NFR, then it looks good. If not, then you need to highlight to development team. So during your execution, if you want to see how many errors are popped out, right? So you can have an error section where you can see what is the type of error you received, how many number of error, percentage in error, and percentage in all samples. There are top 5 errors by sampler also you can able to get. It's very clean and neat with all the information what you require to analyze your performance results. Let's move to the graphs again one more time. If you click on the response time graph, you can able to see response time percentile. Okay, in the x and y axis value, percentile values are given, and the zoom in, zoom out pictures also there. You can zoom out and zoom in. Okay, based on your transaction, go to response time over time. You can able to see how many requests having response time greater than 500 milliseconds, how many requests are in error right now, how many requests are between 500 milliseconds to 1.500 milliseconds. You can able to see time versus thread graph as well. So right now I don't have much data because I run this execution only for 3 to 4 minutes, so I able to pull this report. Whenever you run this report for a 1 hour load test or any kind of load test you suffice, right? Load test, soak test, right? Endurance test, whenever you run you can generate. So these graphs and these charts will definitely help you to understand your test execution results, and which help us you to derive the performance issues. And based on these graphs, based on this evidence, you can raise the performance issue and move forward to your project. Okay, let's understand what do you mean by performance issue. What are the basic performance issues we face across in performance testing? Let's discuss in the next chapter. Now discuss what are the common symptoms observed in performance testing. So when we do a performance testing, what are the issues, common issue we normally faced, right? So that those are called as performance issues for your particular APIs or your UIs. Okay, the speed issue. The first one, it is like everywhere, right? It is the speed issues, like it's very easy to find by help of response time. It means that it is a slow response and long load times, right? It is taking a lot of time to load it, and the response for this particular request is very slow. So that is the speed issue. If you find speed issue, you definitely need to report it. Bottleneck, like data flow is interrupted or halted because you're not able to, your API is not able to take the load more, so that data is interrupted or halted. That is called bottlenecking. So if you see your API is bottlenecking, definitely you need to highlight that issue. Poor scalability, like software cannot handle the desired number of concurrent tasks. Results could be delayed, error could be increased, right? That is called poor scalability. Software configuration issue, settings are not set at a sufficient level to handle the workload. Might be there are some issues with your configuration setup which may leads to a performance issues, right? You need to identify those things. Insufficient hardware resources, performance testing may reveal physical memory constraint or low performing CPUs. Let's suppose you don't have a performance environment like your production environment. The key thumb rule for performance testing is you need an environment is exactly same as the production environment, right? If you don't have, then definitely you can run out of insufficient hardware resources which can lead to a performance issue. While running performance test, you need to keen observe on these points, that is speed issues, bottleneck, poor scalability, software configuration issue, insufficient hardware resources. Okay, If you fall, if your API fall under any criteria, definitely that is a performance issue, and that leads to a huge loss for your business. So as soon as you find a performance issue, you need to report it and you need to correct it. Okay, let's move and see. We are super excited to see how to find out these performance issue by the help of this HTML report. Already we understand what is the need of HTML report, how to read the HTML report. Now we have looked about the performance issues. Now the next step is like we need to generate the HTML report. How to generate it? Let's move to the next sessions. Hi guys, I'm super excited to explain you like how to generate this HTML report. This HTML report can be generated in two mode. One is GUI mode, another is non-GUI mode. GUI mode in sense graphical user interface. Non-GUI mode is non-graphical user interface. Okay. So today's session will focus on how to generate this HTML report in non-GUI mode. Okay. What are the command we can use to generate this HTML report? Okay. The command is here. The command whatever we used to generate this HTML report is we need a GTL file of your execution and you need to run this command. The command need to be run in Apache Jmeter bin folder. Okay, what you need to do is open the command prompt in Apache Jmeter bin folder and write this command. Jmeter.bat is the base file, then command -g, then path of GTL file, then -e, then -o, then path of output file /html. Important to remember to create HTML folder in path of output file, otherwise this command will throw you a error. Let's see how to generate this HTML file. Let's move to the Jmeter and here is our scripts, right? Hope you remember in my sessions, right? We have created a script where we have order management, we have passed our auth token and we passed our order management, and we want to generate this aggregate view results tree and summary report. What I can do is here in the view results tree, in the aggregate report or in the summary report, we have a file name you can provide, right? So what I have done is in the aggregate report or in the view results tree, I given sample log.jtl file. I no need to provide in view results tree. What I need to do is I can control X and provide in the summary report. Okay, where I need to store my sample log.jtl file. Okay, this file is required to generate this HTML report. Let's do that. Start your execution, clear everything, click on start, go to view results tree and see how things are running. Wow, awesome, things are running so fine, great, looks good to me, right? And move to the summary report. Things are working fine. This is the samples, error percentage is 0, standard deviation. Guys, this is very simple and it's a default API. It will not take much load. This is only for demonstration purpose. So I will stop this test now. Okay. Let's move to the folder where you have stored your sample log.jtl file. Okay, I move to the file folder where my report section I have a sample log.jtl file. In my previous sections I have explained to you before running the command what you need to do is you need to create a HTML folder before running the command, right? So I have created a HTML folder now. I have nothing inside the HTML folder. So what I need to do is I can pop out my terminal here. So if you are able to see here my particular path, right? If you see here my path is in bin folder. So that is the first condition. I need to reach where your Apache Jmeter is there. Inside that go to Apache bin folder. So I am in the bin folder now. So what I am running is jmeter.sh. This is the MacBook. So we have in order to Mac we have write sh, but in Windows you start with jmeter.bat. Okay, jmeter.sh minus g, and this is the path of my JTL file, right? And this is the path of my output file. Okay guys, looks good, everything looks fine. Let me rerun the command again. Previously we don't have anything inside the HTML folder. Now it took some time to generate the report. Okay, if you go here now, HTML file, go to content, you can see there is a index.html. Wow, my file is created. Looks good, right? Your file is created, there is no error. So you can able to see all the graphs got created, all the response time graphs got created. Wow, looks fine how your response pick up during your load test, right? You can have a zoom in feature, zoom out feature, time versus thread graph available for you, response time distribution graph available for you. Okay, and you can able to see the dashboard as I mentioned, how many percentage of failure, how many percentage of success, right? And what is the 95 percentile value, what is your error, what is the top 5 error. Wow, looks awesome. Great, you are successfully able to create the HTML report. Let's understand how to customize this HTML report, because right now whatever you see, this report is taking a default value. What is the threshold limit, how can you define your threshold limit, right, for your project. So let's go to the next session with more details how to customize the basic HTML report. Okay, before starting how to customize this HTML report, some points we need to remember while generating of HTML report in non-GUI mode. It is mandatory to uncheck both the checkboxes which is present in all transaction controller. Okay, by default they are not checked as well. It is mandatory to perform apply naming policy action for each group of sample inside each respective transaction controller by right click on each transaction controller. If you do any changes in the properties file or lib file in Jmeter, recommendation is to restart the Jmeter, otherwise the changes will not reflect it. Okay. While running a test in Jmeter, either in non-GUI mode or GUI mode, it is always recommended to disable the unnecessary element of the test plan script. You want to let me show you also like how to do that. Okay, click on Jmeter. If you go to any transaction controller, this is a runtime controller. Okay, if you go to transaction controller, right click it, and if you see apply naming policy, and these are the two checkboxes I was speaking about. By default those are unchecked. If you also make uncheck, make sure you uncheck it. Okay, that looks fine to me. Let's move further. What are the how to customize this HTML report? Normally the lines with default values are like this. The Jmeter report generator, if you open the properties file, I will show you also how to do this granularity and what are the satisfied threshold, what is the tolerated threshold. Okay, and what are the search filters. Okay, in order to write, you need to provide your report generation title. Like if you want to customize the title as per your project need, you can provide by using these two properties files, or you can able to do the timestamp as well in the DDMMYOI format as well. So that will help you to customize your report according to your project need. Let's see these four values in Jmeter user properties file. Let's open the user.properties file which is present under Jmeter bin folder. So let's see those properties, whatever we discussed, the default value for these properties. First is granularity. If you see, if you hit granularity, you can able to see that change this parameter. If you want to change the granularity over time graphs, set to 6000 millisecond by default. Okay, if you are running for a like a load test, soak test, like endurance test, it is set to 6000. If you want to run small time period of your execution, you can set to 100 millisecond by default. Okay, same thing you can search for the threshold. Okay, let me go to threshold. threshold. Okay, I able to get the threshold, that is called satisfied threshold, tolerate threshold. Okay, change this parameter if you want to override the update satisfaction. What is your satisfaction threshold, what is your tolerate threshold? Okay, you can able to do that. Now let's go to the search filter, like what are the search criteria you want to implement it, right? Let me go to filter section, series underscore filter. Okay, you can able to see these are my search criteria: search order, success or failure, right? Because I used only one, that is called search order, so I can able to see search order. Okay, let me see how to customize your reports, right? You want to see, you want to give customization of your report with the report title and timestamp. Okay, let's move to that slide. Okay, let's search a report underscore title, report underscore title. See, Apache Jmeter dashboard, right? You can write your project name dashboard. Awesome, looks good. Hope all your doubts are cleared. Feel free to reach me over the comment section if you still have any issues generating this HTML report, or you feel anywhere you not cleared about these parameters. Feel free to drop a message, I will definitely reply your message. It's a wonderful session with you in 2022. It's a great going my channels. Without your support it's very hard for me. I really appreciate your value and times you given to me and watch my videos, given the feedbacks. I really appreciate your feedback as well. Definitely we will do better in 2023. Please stay tuned my channel. Thank you. Have a great day and have a great year ahead. Wish you a very happy new year 2023. See you in 2023.